Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to the LTP podcast, the only podcast that has the leader of MIRUS on it. As of now, right? Are you planning to be on any other shows or anything?
Blow up. We only have like 79 followers right now, so
Okay. Well, we'll definitely have you plug your socials and stuff after. So that'll be cool. But yeah, why don't you start us off by telling us about your group? Because I don't really know much about it.
oh yeah, for sure. So my name's Kayla and I'm the leader of MIRUS. It started out with me and another friend from like a dance class that I took before like quarantine started. Her name's also Kayla. And then
Nice, very nice.
I started like reaching out from the Instagram because I saw people getting tagged, and another girl joined who's Abby, and we're pretty like we have like a lot of variety in our group because one girl is Mexican, one girl is Korean, and then I'm Filipino. And then so as of right now, we're only 3 people, and then we do collabs with other people. And as we do collabs, we're trying to like scout people while we do collabs to see who we
Okay.
like. And as of right now, we're in the process of adding another member. We do performances in public, but of course we wear masks to stay safe. And then rather than doing a bunch of practices, we just have one practice before we perform for 2 hours to do all the formations to prevent like more contact. And we asked everyone to stay inside for like 2 weeks before that to like prevent the spread. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what we do as the dance like group, and then we try to cover something every month. And then for people's birthdays, we do one solo thing, and we're doing our first solo with Kayla, the other girl, and yeah, it's gonna be her 21st birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday, Kayla. Well, the other Kayla. Yeah, so what are you looking for in someone when you're adding to your group?
We're usually looking for a friendly personality because I definitely don't want like a dry person in yours because I want to always talking to them. Because when I first started like trying to make like covers with groups, I wasn't even trying to make a cover group. I just wanted to dance with a group because I was kind of like sad just dancing by myself like in my balcony. um so but people were like not responding to me, and I was like, is this normal? Like, do I just get ghosted and then they just show up? But then they like would flake last minute. But then finally I found these people, and they were like always texting me, and then every once in a while we'll even send like memes and stuff, like updates on like comebacks, like ATEEZ's comeback that's coming up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool. But that's like kind of what we look for. And of course, skill. You need to be like a sharp dancer that takes feedback, because I know like sometimes when we collab with people, they do not take feedback, and I'm like, I just told you to fix this. Why is it not being fixed? But yeah,
Yeah, be like that.
so like 3 things, I guess. Like already a good skill set in dancing, having like a good personality, like playful, fun, like nice to be around, and like malleable mindset so you can adjust.
Yeah. And I think having like a stable group of people you can do dances with is pretty important because I mean, like I don't know about the exactly which covers you've done, but
Mm-hmm.
like when my sisters are like dancing to like something like Luna, where there's like huge group choreographies, it looks so awkward with only one person, you know? So
Yeah.
what's been like your favorite cover so far with them? You
Okay.
haven't done many, right?
Yeah. We only did 3 so far, but I have
Okay.
to say it's definitely Love So Sweet. It hasn't even come out yet. We
Okay.
filmed the day before Valentine's Day as like a Valentine's Day special, but we
Mhm.
already released like another cover before like Valentine's Day because they didn't release the song yet. So we did Lovesick Girls by Blackpink for Valentine's Day, but then we were like, wait, no, we need to squeeze this in because the song is so cute. And it was with like 7 people. So it was like a
Okay.
challenge because I literally jumped from like 4 people formation to 7 people formation. And it was like kind of hard to like um, get them all to like get in the formation. But we got it clean, and yeah, maybe I can like plug a preview in. But yeah.
Yeah. Like a special thing since you said it's not out yet, right?
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's not out
Oh,
yet. It's being
very
released on
cool.
March 1st. Yeah.
March 1st. Okay. Well, actually, this podcast might be published around then, so
Mm,
it could be, I don't know,
beautiful.
help promote that too.
Mm.
But yeah, so how do you guys, I know you said you guys do like that 2 hour practice beforehand. And it seems like, at least like when I've seen you like learning dances, you do it pretty fast. So like, can you go through the process of that? Like, I could never understand that. That's crazy.
Okay. So when I first started, I was just like, I cannot, like, I don't know how, because like I was like really inspired by my friend because we have office hours at school. So I saw my friend learning a dance and she was just
Mhm.
watching the video. And I was like, you don't need a tutorial or anyone to like teach you. You're just like watching and you do. And so then I was like, so I tried to do that like first try and I was just like, this is not gonna happen. So I had to go through like tutorials and then I think like after like 2 months or so of doing tutorials, I was like, okay, this is going too slow. I need to like pick it up. So then I started watching like practices and then I
Mhm.
was able to like kind of like get muscle memory from like tutorials because they were kind of doing like repetitive movements. And eventually that took like 1 hour for one chorus. And now that I've been doing this for like 2 years, like learning K-pop dances specifically, um I was able to like kind of just like pick up the moves, like
Mm.
because it's just like really repetitive, especially when like I'm doing like the same groups and stuff because I feel like I've covered
Yeah.
almost every group that exists, like even like the debut groups like ESPA. And so I kind of get a sense of their style. Like even though 17 style is like really intense, like
Mhm.
I got used to their floor work, like their really intense floor work. So at this point, like whenever they have a comeback, I'm like, okay, 20 minutes done. It's just the chorus, and
Wow.
then I go film. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I always say that, choreo is legit when it incorporates Florio. So
Oh my god, the
that's
knee.
really cool. Yeah, I could never like I've tried to dance too, of course. But it like when I'm dancing, it's kind of like I don't know, it takes a long time for me. Like I have to go like piece by piece. So you said you learned the moves first. What have been some of the most important moves to learn? Do they
Okay.
have names or do you just kind of do them?
Like, I think like okay, I know some of like my cover mutuals, they've gone through their learning process before and it's definitely more organized than mine because it kind of depends on who it is. Like if it's
Huh.
Chungha, even though her dances are like kind of intense, her dances are really my style. So like after I've watched the cover so many times from scrolling through my feed on Instagram, I kind of like already memorized their arms and legs and stuff. So when I watch like the video, I'm kind of just cleaning already and I look at like the feet and the hands because when I first like started dancing, I was like my hands were just like straight all the time or like relaxed. But now like I notice like they have like details and like especially like those like cute girl groups that like do hand signs. I'm like, okay, now I need to pay attention to that.
Oh, I
Like
know what that one
the
is. Like
freaking
this one.
yeah. Oh my god, love bomb. I just like
Bum,
escaped
bum,
them.
bum,
I was
bum.
like, I cannot do that. I don't know how they do that. But yeah, that the hands and then like the head and like the like head rolls because that's how like they do like the hair flips and stuff.
Mhm,
Um yeah, I kind of just like have to look at that on the video, but
mhm.
I would say like watch it, like watch the dance, like the section that you're gonna learn like 5 to 10 times, so then you like your brain kind of like gets brainwashed. You're just like, oh, that's the dance. So when you're doing it, you're like, this is exactly how I'm gonna look like. Even their facial expressions, like Changma's facial expressions. Oh my god, that is like my goal in life. Like her facial expressions are crazy. So I always like keep her in mind because she's my inspiration for that.
Yeah, there's something about good dancers with like their facial expression. Like you notice, like I think one of my favorite dancers is probably like Chaeyoung or Eunbi from IZ*ONE.
Mm.
And like their facial expressions are like you could tell. Like it's very subtle difference, but I think you can tell. But is that what makes Chung Ha, I guess, an idol for you, or what is it about her?
Okay. I think it's because we just have like a lot in common, even though she's an idol, like I'm not an idol. But like she like came from America and then she was able to like go and like go on like Produce 101, and then that's like so cool, like how she did that, and then she was able to become a K-pop idol from there. I guess that's like my goal. Like that would be so
Hmm.
amazing if I got like any opportunity to become like broadcasted, and then I would be able to like become an idol. Like, and then also her like eye makeup. I always try to make my eye makeup kind of like hers, like the glitter on the bottom, and
Hmm.
then like even her interviews, she's so nice. Like you see her
She
on
is, huh?
and she's like
Like
dancing
variety
like,
shows.
yeah, I'm Chungha. And then when you like see her in an interview, she's like, oh, um, yeah, I was doing this, and I'm like, oh, whoa, she talks like really nice. I did not expect that. I don't know, but yeah, she's like overall really inspiring, and she works
Yeah,
really hard.
yeah, that's definitely one of the things that makes K-pop so different from like any other like musical industry is that like I think we're investing like in the music, but it also a large portion of it is like the actual like people performing the music. Like Chungha, you can't replace her. If you had the same songs and you replaced her with like someone else, it wouldn't be the same. And just the same for a lot of the other K-pop groups, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I think that kind of goes back to what you were saying with your idol group, like cover that
Mm.
you're talking about. I think, yeah, I think that's probably one of the most important parts too, is to get someone who has a likable personality, because you could be the best
Mm.
dancer in the world, but
Yeah.
yeah, people might not like you.
Yeah, oh my God. I'd say like if anything, I'm the most dislikable person because since like I'm the leader, I'm like we need to get things done. So like if anything, I should be the most dislikable person on the team. But yeah, after we're done, I'm like, okay guys, we're chilling now. It's just like hang out or something. Like yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, someone's got to whip him into shape. But yeah, I totally see that. So what is the hardest part? Is the hardest part to get people to actually do what they're supposed to do, or is it something else?
Um for mirrors, what is the hardest part? I think at first I thought the hardest part was literally just getting people to commit because
Mm,
um like I don't know, so many times, like I think this happened like 10 times. No, like
yeah.
excuses, maybe like I got like 20 excuses and they're so weird. Like one girl was like, oh, you guys are too clean, I can't collab with you guys. And I'm like, too clean? We're not that good. Like, okay. And then another person was like, yeah, my grandma has a weak immune system. And I'm like, okay, that's like understandable. But then we
Yeah.
got that excuse like 5 times. And I was like, okay, y'all live with your grandma, I understand. And so then
Yeah.
yeah, we just got like a lot of like excuses and then no one could really do it. And then we finally like found people, and now that we have like stuff posted,
Hmm.
suddenly people are reaching out to us, like our DMs, like from
Nice.
yours. People are like, can I collab with you? And I'm like, where were you when we had to make a 4-person dance into a 3-person dance because we couldn't find a fourth person because they flaked when I was about to pick them up. So
Mm,
that was the hardest part. But
yes,
now
it
that we have
is.
people lining up to collab with us, the hardest part is probably just formations. But it's actually not even that hard because it only takes 2 hours. So we're past the biggest barrier, I think, because I was just like, we
Yeah.
just need people. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys overcame that, and that's really cool that you guys actually have people lighting up to join you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess it makes sense that formations aren't too hard. I mean, if you guys, you said you only pick people who could dance well already, so I assume
Yeah.
those basics are already set in place.
Mhm, yeah, I
So I guess on that note, now that we've talked about the hardest part, what's the best part?
I think the best part, okay, usually when people do dance covers, they hire a filmer,
Yeah.
and that filmer can usually edit. But our filming person can't really edit that well, usually. So we've been trying to go through filmers to like find like good ones because sometimes it doesn't capture the dance in like the best way, especially since I'm a photographer. I can kind of see like, oh, is this good or not? And yeah, we've gone through like different people, but we finally found a good filmer for this recent cover, even though we've done like only 3. This third one like probably has like the best filming we've ever had, so I think I'm gonna
Okay.
stick with this person. But the problem is like she's my cousin. I'm not biased, it's actually like better. like but we're trying to find someone that's not my cousin because I feel bad, because she's like, yeah, I could just do it for you guys, and I'm like, I don't think you want to film us for 2 hours like every month, because I like would probably get annoyed. But yeah, after that, my favorite part is just like editing it, because like the filmer
Yeah.
person can't edit, so usually they can't edit, so I have to like upload it to my computer. And at
Mhm.
first I was like, I'm annoyed, I don't want to edit, like why do I have to edit, I just paid this person. But then I think it's like the most rewarding part, because I'm seeing it come together, and I'm like, I remember like when I like was just dancing by myself, so sometimes like when I'm editing I'm like, wow, we have come this far. There's like 7 people
Mm.
dancing like with me, and like editing it like the music video, it's just like really cool to see that come together.
Okay.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite part.
that's great. I knew you did do editing, so I was actually gonna ask you about that. But that's really cool. I think editing is probably like you watch some YouTube videos or some dances or whatever. And I think editing is pretty much what makes it. Because I mean, you're the one who's really framing the story, I think. So yeah. Is there how did you get into editing?
Oh my god, I was talking with my dad about this the other day actually, because when I was editing, I was like for like 5, no, like maybe 3 hours. He was like, I was like, how did I end up in this hole? Like, why am I the one editing this? How did I even get this like started? Um, and then he was like, oh, remember when you did your YouTube channel in like middle school? That's how it started. Because I was using iMovie,
Mhm.
and then I was just like editing like, those like cringy vlogs like, hi, I'm Kayla and I'm here with my video. Yeah, that's how it started. And I was using iMovie on my phone, and then I got to my computer with iMovie again, and then I finally was like, I'm gonna buy Final Cut Pro, because I was using like features on iMovie, like those hacks, like how to get Final Cut Pro effects on iMovie, and I was like
Mhm.
doing that, and I was like, you know what, I need to just buy Final Cut Pro, because this is a waste of time to like
Yeah.
get these like little hacks into it. Yeah, that's how I got editing and like kind of advanced into
Oh, cool. Yeah, like I just remember last quarter we had like a final project and I had to like edit my part and stuff because I was so bad at talking. So I
that.
had to like edit out the ums and the pauses and stuff. And that's hard. And and it was just audio, so I can't imagine having to stitch together like clips and stuff. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
What do you think? Yeah.
I definitely think it's like something that like you have to enjoy though, because it's like hours on hours of like
Yeah,
dedication
it's a long time.
just staring at the screen. But like, because like I'll be like re-listening to the song over and over again so I could like get the perfect part. And my dad's like, how are you not getting annoyed? Like I would just like chuck my computer, like this is like getting annoying, like how are you just staring at it? I'm like, I don't know, this is like fun to me. He's like, okay. Yeah, and that's like editing.
Yeah, I mean that's really cool. I mean, who else is gonna do it? Plus, if you enjoy it, I mean, it should be all worth it, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's really cool. Do you only edit dances and stuff? I don't recall you. Oh, I the only other video I remember you doing was for like I think it was like for a Chinese class or something back like however long ago. And I remember watching that video. I was like, what am I watching?
Oh my god, no, that's not editing. That is not editing. That was just like, oh my god, no, I did not. I can't. No, Chinese class is like interesting. Um, but I think I make travel edits, so I think that's
Oh
why
yeah, yeah.
I was able to edit the dance videos, because it's kind of similar but like less editing, because like the travel edits I make are like highlights, and I use like
Mhm.
a lot of transitions. They're on my Instagram. Um, I also edit, no, I think that's it for videos. Like I don't even really do YouTube anymore, so that's kind of the only thing that's keeping my editing in check. But now it's dance videos, so
Okay, yeah. Well, you'll probably have to teach me that too, because
yes.
this is probably going up on YouTube, like the video feed.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I might have to learn how to edit some parts there.
Yes, yes, yeah. Oh my God, I could teach because a lot of people actually ask me to teach them how to edit, and I'm like, I'm self-taught, sis. I don't know if I would be the best person to ask, but sure, I will teach. I'll teach if necessary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nice because like there's so many things that we could pretty much just learn on our own. Like, I mean, you have taken formal like dance classes though, I think, right?
Yeah, like some to like just like keep myself in check because like when I'm dancing at home, I don't have a mirror. I'm
Mhm.
literally just like doing it based on like if I think it looks good, and then like when I film it, I'm like, okay, so it doesn't look good, and then I have to like clean from there. But that's kind of like the only thing I do. So when I take dance classes, I just want to like make sure like, oh, can I still learn like the way instructors like teach? So yeah, I like maybe like once a month. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Wait, I always wonder like I know which dancers are good, like, and which ones are not as
Mm.
good. But I don't really know why. So like from your perspective, what is it that makes a good dancer anyway?
um, like is this yours? I don't know. Is this yours then? No, it's yours. No, I gave it to you. Why did you give this thing? Because it's Tanjiro's. You know, leave it. Is this weird? Close the door. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, what
I
did
could
you
probably
say?
edit that or
Thank you.
not. I think this might be an unedited podcast. We'll see. But what were you saying?
Sorry. This is what happens when I'm like with my brothers. Like even in my dance video, they'll just walk across while I'm filming, and I'm like, um,
Nice.
but oh, what makes a good dancer?
Yeah.
I think like when I'm hmm, yeah, okay, I could definitely tell like who's the dancer. Like you could tell who's the main dancer. Like in Twice, like Momo. Even though Twice is super clean and all, I
Mhm.
think like the main things are like execution. So like Momo gives so much like energy into her dances, and she looks so tired at the end. That's kind of like how you know they're like a main dancer, and then
Yeah.
like they fully extend their body. Because there's like details that the instructors give, and usually
Mhm.
newer dancers don't really pay attention to the details when it's being taught because they're trying to remember the dance moves. But those experienced dancers, you can tell like all the way up to like their hands, like how they're placing their hands, how they're moving their head, and like how sharp it is, like according to the music, like the musicality and stuff. um that's kind of how you know they're the main dancer. Also their facial expressions, like if they don't look like they're like having fun, I guess, they're probably like there to sing or rap, not dance. Because I remember like I was watching fan cams because I was like, oh, who do I want to be for this cover?
Mhm.
And I was like, she's not the main dancer. She doesn't look like she wants to be there. But yeah, but yeah, that's kind of what I see as a dancer for like the main.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know, energy and like the sharpness of their movements I think is super important too. And like I for some reason I think that's a harder quality to get because
Mhm.
you could try to like move really energetically or what you think is energetically, but then it just looks like you're really jerky. You're just like
Oh my god, that was me at the beginning because I had the passion, but I did not have the skill because I was like going so full out, and people were telling me like, Kayla, maybe you need to like tone down the energy, and so like I didn't really listen to them because I was like, what do you mean? I don't need I need energy to make this look good. Now I'm watching old videos and I'm like, oh my god, I look like I'm gonna have like a heart attack or something. But now like I didn't need less energy. I needed musicality. That's what I needed, and
Okay.
sharpness, because the energy I have, I think, is like what makes my account unique. Because usually like when I
Mhm.
get comments on like my covers, usually people are saying like, oh, I love your energy, or I love your editing. That's usually the main comments I get. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's a lot of what makes up your brand too. I mean, like the editing that you do is really unique. I haven't seen a lot of other like cover people, do that. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, definitely your energy too. You're really into it. I think some people, maybe they're going for the carefree look or something, but I think the difference between like you and like someone else like that is huge. So that's really cool. But yeah, so I guess we're at about the halfway point. Um, let's talk about K-pop. I think you would probably have fun talking about that, right?
I'll talk about that. Okay.
Because I haven't really. I mean, you know me. I only keep up with like the same like five groups, like Ludo from is 17. So like, what's going on in the K-pop world?
So many scandals. I don't know why. Like I follow this this account called like the KT, so I could keep up with it because my friend is like really like into Twitter, and she's always like, "Did you hear about this?" And I'm like, "No, how did you hear
The
about this?"
Twitter stands.
I don't know how to use Twitter. I tried. I really tried. And then I was like, I don't think I want to get into that realm because that will just take over my life. Because it took over hers. I was like, I'm just gonna follow this account because it's like a Twitter disconnect onto Instagram, basically. So I think okay, well, aespa debuted, which is like a really big
I
thing
did hear about
because
that.
SM hasn't had a group. Yeah, they're really cool. Um, Even Giselle had like a little scandal, but then her like high school friend was like, "Oh, she didn't do that." So like that got clarified. GOT7 is no longer in JYP. They all disbanded, went to different entertainment groups, but they
What?
came back and had a comeback with this song called Encore.
Mhm.
And I was so confused when I saw it on Spotify. I was like, I thought they disbanded. Why did they have a release 15 hours ago? Um, and
That's
so
weird.
that's cool. They said they're still gonna produce music in the song. They said that, so like for the fans, basically in Korean probably because I didn't hear that. But yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Those are like the major thing that's happened like super recently.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's. I can't think of anything else. Like those are the main things that stuck out to me recently.
Yeah, I think you hear about a lot of, or I think if you're looking for it, you can find a lot of schedules in the
Yeah.
industry. But I try not to look into that because I'm like, I just want to listen to the music and enjoy it. Even for the even if ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah.
The only thing was like the only like scandal I guess that I remember is probably the most recent one is the Produce 101 one
Mhm.
with the boy group. Because I remember Flash came out with X1 and I was
Yeah.
like, dang, this song is a banger. And
Yes.
then I hear nothing for like a couple months after. And then IZ*ONE gets like another year or something. And I'm like, wait, what happened to X1?
X just like they're like done. I think. Oh my god, it was so sad. I learned one dance and then they're like, yeah, they're done.
Yeah,
And
they're
like
just done.
101 done. I didn't even learn energetic yet. And then like and then IZ*ONE, oh, they're gonna be done. And then they came back with like 5 comebacks this year, and I was like, so they're not done because like I thought Fiesta was the last of it, but then they were like, should we take a panorama? We're gonna do a bunch of other things like a story of this one, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm here for this
Yes.
content.
Yes. I mean, I definitely a wise one. I love wise one too. So
Mhm.
I'm glad they have another year too, but I kind of want to see what they do after
Yeah.
too. Like because they're all pretty unique personalities in my opinion. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing. Is there anything you're excited for with
Um,
like comebacks and whatnot?
Comebacks. I was so excited for Chungha's comeback, and she did not disappoint. I think I given her like her like main track like bicycle like 50 views since the release because I keep playing it. It's an issue. Like I think it's gonna be like my '1 thing on Spotify unless she comes back again because then I'll give her more views.
Yeah.
Um, but that was like something I was excited for. Oh, ATEEZ. I'm excited for ATEEZ's
Yeah,
comeback.
you were mentioning
Oh
that before we started
my
recording.
god. I like I literally told my group, I was like, guys, I don't care what their comeback is. We're going to do the dance cover, and we're gonna collab with some people. I already have them in line in the DMs, and we're gonna collab with them because we need to cover ATEEZ's new song. Because everyone seems so hyping it. Like in the comments, they're like, "This is the comeback. I feel it. It's gonna be the one." Because their like concept photos that they've released so far, so good. Like they're like in the desert, and I'm like, okay guys, I already know where we're gonna film. We're gonna go to Joshua Tree Park, and I'm gonna get my cousin, and we're gonna film there. Like hopefully we'll be able to like film like a week after the release, so that it'll be like the newest cover, so when people search it on YouTube, like, oh, this is the only cover available because we covered it so fast.
Yeah, I think timing is a super big part. Like because something comes out and you're like, oh, I want to see what everyone else is doing about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's really cool. You'll have to let me know when they come out because
Yeah.
I'm so behind on new music when it comes out.
Coming on March 1st. Yeah.
March 1st? Okay, a lot of stuff on March 1st then. But yeah, you definitely should have came with us at Cake during the KCON rookies.
I'm so sad. I was such a my brain was not with me. Like I was just like, let's just do K-pop random dances. I mean, no regrets there because that was fun. But like next time, and there better be a next time, which is probably gonna be in like 2 years. I'm going to take advantage of everything, like the food, everything. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I'm missing right now is like the concerts and stuff. Like I think after those first two KCONs, I was like, oh god, I think that was the coolest thing, and now it's like something that I like need to do during the summer.
Yeah.
But now, like with last year, I wasn't able to go, and I guess this year too, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Because
no,
going to a concert is such a different experience.
yeah, I think I have like monthly cries about not being able to go to KCON. Like I keep watching like old videos of us like going like the concert videos and like pictures that we took like at like the bread near something. I don't know if you remember that. But yeah, it was at like Torland something. But yeah, I look at those videos like every month and I'm just like, what could have been? And then but yeah, like it's so sad because I needed it last year. Like I was already missing it in December of 2019, and then like August 2020 rolled around, we didn't even get to do it. And then
Yeah.
I was like, dude, all I need is KCON. Like you could put me in quarantine for a year, but I just need KCON. But that many people. So sad.
Yes, we definitely need that to come back. Because I mean they have like at least Luna had like online concerts and stuff. I don't know if they have the same for the groups that you're into, but I mean I watched it and I mean I love Luna and I thought the concert was cool, but I mean it's just not the same, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The Blackpink had one. It was called The Show, and it was pretty good. It was actually like really good because they had like different content and stuff, like any concert, you know. They had like remixes. Jennie did added to her solo rap. Rose did her like solo debut song on stage. And then like Lisa had her own like little like performance thing, like because she's the main dancer. It was really cool, but if I saw that in real life, I'd be like crying. But I wasn't crying when I was watching it. I was just kind of like, oh, not there in real life, but it's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one thing I'm definitely looking forward to. And then I have to make a new sign. And this time it'll be good, I promise.
Yes. Oh my
I
god.
got it.
I know people are so intense about the signs. We'll make it. We'll make it at least into the
Yes.
KCON highlight video because I watched that yesterday actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, wait, no, we can step up the sign. We'll make it. We'll make it.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I remember it was so bad. Do you remember that were you there that first time?
Like
The
the first
first
time that we were making
version
it
one of the sign
without the lights.
without the lights and
Oh,
without you writing on it. Do you remember that? The one that I made?
Yeah. And then I was like, do you want me to like rewrite that for you? I can write in Korean.
So the sad thing about that was, so that was like the day when Luna had like all their like panels and stuff. So I was like making it. I was not ready, but I was like making it, sitting there waiting for them, and then that was the one I showed. It was so bad, and I'm pretty sure, like there's a video that one of the guys was recording, and he sent it to me, and I was looking back at it, and then Jitsul like looks in our direction, and I'm like holding up the sign, and then she just turns around.
Oh my god. It's okay. It's the effort that matters. But next time I'll help you like day before. Maybe we can like be there day before to mentally prep, do some random play dances to refresh our memories and
Yeah,
stuff. Oh my god.
yeah.
Next year or whatever year, we're going full out.
Yes,
Hopefully the
we are
vaccine. The
definitely.
working vaccine.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the, yeah, that's definitely what I'm looking forward to. Is there anything else you're looking forward to? Like once everything's back to normal?
Okay, wait, what did I say? The BTS concert that's still postponed. It literally says on Ticketmaster, postponed. It's been a year. It's been a literal year. But like, okay. I mean, I understand because COVID too. As I look at like BTS photos like laid across my room. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. I think, oh, and actually one more thing, and probably, I mean, I don't know if you're missing it, but I'm missing Disneyland.
Oh my god, yeah, wait, that too. I put it on my like like private story the other day. I was like, why am I not here? Because it was like 1 year ago you were doing this, and I was like, okay, thank you for the reminder.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really because like even like my like Disney account, I haven't posted on that in like a
Yeah.
fat minute. Like, and then like Disney was like, here's your refund for all your money, and I was like, no, take my money, I want my pass. Like because Florida opened and my friend went to
Hmm.
Florida and like went to Disney World. I was like, okay, lucky. But apparently like the people there were like very nonchalant about COVID, like,
Oh,
so I'm like, never
it'd be like
mind.
that.
Enough of that. And then like at least in California, like they're opening things again, but there's like it's not like the rides. Like they opened like a part of California Adventure. They're opening it further, I think, until like the pier now. Like they're opening Cars Land, so at least I can get my macaroni bacon like cone thingy because I really like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Yeah, I'm really missing that. And yeah, what I mean, what do you even do if you're like a Disneyland Instagram? Like what if even what do people do like now that you can't go?
it's so sad. Like I don't even know if people are posting. Like I just haven't been posting, but like
Yeah.
because like I guess it's like not that much of like a passion as like dances for me
Yeah.
because I think I have like 7 accounts. So
You do have quite a few.
yeah, I have like I made a food account during quarantine and
Oh, nice.
um but I know like Ashton, like our cousin,
Hmm.
um
Oh
she's
yeah,
like
she
just
does.
posting her flat lays. Like she doesn't require to go to Disneyland for her
Yeah.
vlog because she's known for her flat lays. So like at least she gets to do that. Mine, I think like every like 1 to 2 months, I'll just post a random like old post and be like, I'm missing a churro right now, or like this is a picture of the pier and like what could have been. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's just old
And
content.
yeah, yeah, it's hard to make content when your main content maker is unavailable. But yeah. Oh, and I guess for listeners who don't know what a flat layout is that, I mean, like her like outfits, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like an overview picture from like a it's like a bird's
Sorry,
eye
dear
view
listeners.
angle. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's my nephew. They like when they listen to the song so much because when I'm practicing, they're just like randomly singing parts. But anyway, a flat lay is like an overview shot, and then she puts like a poster down, so it's like like neon colored in the back, so it's colorful. And then you put down like in like a nice order of like clothes or like accessories, Mickey ears. And
Yeah. I always wonder how you get into that. Like, do you just straight up like post all the clothes that you're like,
don't come into my room again, please. It's a podcast.
ah,
This is a podcast. It's a podcast.
oh,
Look at this.
Please don't come into my room and stop yelling randomly.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, wait, what were you saying? What were you saying?
I don't even remember. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? I mean, you have 7 other accounts. What else are you interested in these days, other than dance and editing? Or is that
I
basically
think,
it?
no, like I mean, food. I like over quarantine, I was like going to a bunch of like food places because like they had it for like pickup and stuff, and I was like, well, what else do I do? Because all my friends, when they're like posting on like their stories, they were like, oh, I'm getting food, and I'm like, okay, thanks, the quarantine wait that's about to happen. But like luckily, at least I'm doing dance also, so that's like
Okay, so it
something
kind of
to balance
counteracts
out.
the.
Yeah, but like my friends, like they're just like not dancing. So I'm like, I don't know how you guys are like doing this. Like that's like a lot of food.
Yeah.
But what's it called? I just like started a food account because I was like, oh well, maybe like if I'm like getting so like buying spending so much on food, I better like make like a blog about it. So yeah, it's Kayla Calories. That's what
Oh,
it's
okay.
called. I was
Okay,
trying to think
cool.
of a nickname, and that one wasn't taken. So yeah, and
Oh,
then
very nice.
yeah. But besides that, I think like my food blog, my Disney blog, my dance account. I haven't really been doing anything else besides that. I've been learning Korean, but like that's kind of a fail.
Yeah. It'd be like that. And yeah, what was I gonna say? I think yeah. So are you pretty much just getting food, like trying out different places, or are you cooking too?
Yeah, I tried out because there's like a lot of like trendy Asian places in Irvine, I guess. So then I've been like trying those ones out, and like there's like a Korean pizza place in Irvine, like at Diamond Jamboree that no one really knows about apparently. And it's called Love Letter. And I got it because they had like Korean pizza in like K-drama True Beauty. And my brothers are like, I want that pizza. And I'm like, guys, you want Korean pizza now? I suggested this last month, but now you see it. You want it. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to go get it. And I posted it on my blog. And then people were like, oh, that looks really good. I've never heard of this place. So at least I got to introduce that to them. But yeah, and like, it's just like kind of that, like just trying like trendy places and then being able to introduce it to people is cool. And then sometimes I'll like bake stuff. Like, our cousin, like, or wait, I don't even know if this is our cousin. This is like Filipino cousin, like Maddie Francisco. She has like a baking account, and then
Oh,
like
does she?
inspired me to like, bake. So I tried to bake. I made like peanut butter cookies yesterday. So yeah.
Oh, I haven't had cookies in so long. Just because like I mean, whenever I eat like a lot of sugar, like I break out. So I
Oh,
try. I mean, I try not to. But yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool that you're introducing people to different like food places. Because I think, I mean, at least for me, I end up going to like the same like 5 places. So it's cool to
Yeah.
hear about new places to go to.
Mhm.
Um, One thing that I've been interested in, and maybe might help counteract calories, is jump roping. I want to get people into jump roping because jump roping is super cool.
Yeah, I think okay, like Dream High.
Can feel
It's like
sick.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly. I was into jump roping, but yeah, like recently I haven't been able to like dance or do anything with my feet because like there's like something wrong with like both of my feet. So like my
Oh
podiatrist
no.
person was like, you can't dance for 2 months, and I'm like,
But you're still dancing, aren't you?
no, kind of. I was just like, say that as
Oh,
a joke.
should we not be saying this on the podcast? Is your doctor gonna hear?
Okay, I hope she doesn't find this, but I mean, okay, I'm keeping it to a minimum. Like, I'm literally learning dances in my chair. So, like, the only time I
Okay.
got up to like dance was for that cover because like I couldn't just be like, sorry guys, I can't do it because I've been planning that for like a whole month. So I like that was like really fun. So that's why I'm like rewatching the video. I'm like, ah, yes, those times where I could like go on my feet, and so
I
like
remember
now
those days.
yeah, I know. And so now I'm like just like learning dances from my chair so that when I can dance, it'll be up here. So,
Yeah, yeah. That'll be pretty cool. Is I and I know that there's like some at least I've read like a couple books where like athletes like visualize themselves like playing
mm,
or practicing or something, and it still like messes with their brain structure somehow so that they're actually like learning somehow. So
yeah,
maybe I mean I'm pretty sure your work is doing something.
yeah. Oh my
But I
god.
guess I can't suggest jump roping at the moment. It's super cool though. Once you like start
I'll
like
do it
shuffling and learn
when
steps
I
and stuff.
when I can like go on my feet again. I'm gonna be doing a lot of things because this is like maybe it'll be like some kind of I don't know, like growing point for me because now I appreciate walking and stuff because it's really inconvenient. um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll try jump roping.
Okay. Yeah. And I guess on that note, I've been asking a lot of the other podcast guests like what their I guess goals or projects are so that like the next time they show up like you can kind of give us an update. So what are you focusing on right now? Like mostly your group or something else or what?
I think I'm focusing on my group for sure. I there's like two groups I really want to collab with. One of them is No Limits, which is my friend who inspired me to like do K-pop dancing. So if we were able to collab with them, that would be really cool. Another group is my other friend who was inspired by her dance group. So I want to collab with them as well, just to like see like yeah, that's like we are able to collab with these people now from like not even being able to find people now. We can collab with like major groups kind of. Another goal is maybe to gain more followers on both MIRUS and my K-pop account. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get to 10K on my main account or like my K-pop account, but as of right now, we're only at like 3.3K.
Okay, okay.
But it's only been like 1 year, so
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a lot of progress to have made in 1 year. So
yeah.
I'm rooting for
So,
you. I think you can do
yeah.
it.
And then I heard like when people like grow, it's like exponential. So hopefully maybe if I hit like the 5K point, it'll like grow a lot. And then for mirrors, I just want like maybe like 150 followers would be good because we only have 70 right now.
Okay. Yeah,
But
well, I mean
that'll
that would
take
be more
like
than doubling, so
yeah, yeah. I think besides that, maybe like being able to dance and like hopefully my feet will be good by
able
then.
to walk
Next
might be a
time,
good starting point.
yeah, if there's like a second episode of like part two of this, if I can walk by then, I will be happy. So
Yes, that would be a big step, like literally.
really, yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, I think we're about nearing the hour. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? Anything you want to plug? I know you have of your seven, which I guess three or four do you want to plug most?
Okay, okay. Officially Mirrors, that's my dance group. So please give us a subscribe and a follow on Instagram. We post like teasers and relay dances. These are all like relay dances are like it's a K-pop term, I think. But I mean, I think it's like you get the gist. But yeah, we post like our practice videos, relays, and teasers, and of course, the full video is posted on our YouTube channel. So we have like a one-way traffic thing. We always post it in our bio, and if you just look up MIRUS MIRUS dance team, it shows up on YouTube. Um, then my K-pop account K-pop Cove, which is KayPopKov. I just post like individual dance covers.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I do like some intense editing on that, so people like tend to enjoy that.
It is quite cool, can confirm.
Yeah. That's it. I don't want to plug any other accounts. That's all.
Okay. Well, I'll include that on the show notes.
Okay.
Your handles and stuff. So go check out Kayla. She does some really cool stuff. And yeah, you can hear more about this podcast on my personal website at jacobponavita.com. We're still in the early stages, so I'm not entirely sure which hosting services or wherever you can find us, but you can find the information there. We'll be posting every week at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Mondays. So hope to see you there. Bye.